In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Boilermakers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tar Heels offense is on the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Wide receiver shows motion. Brown wants to pass. He's going for it all. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
So Purdue's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're trying to get to it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got the quick pass. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Zings it complete to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the...
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. He wants to throw. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude.
And he intercepts it. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense would come out and take over at the 44. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to run it left here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Brown wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UNC!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
catch inside the 25. And he takes...
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
North Carolina, 35, Purdue, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Uncorks it. He makes the catch. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line.
1st down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Working the middle, it's complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Takes the handoff. It's Bush. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. 1st down here for the offense. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game.
Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, UNC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Pressure coming. The defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Touch pass on the run. Still on his feet at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. With the pre-snap motion and timing.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Boilermakers are flying down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And his first throw here is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. He's right on target. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the punishment has been extended.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
On the move from inside his own 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They go to the ground. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
They're getting this guy lathered up. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Flips it out to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Stopped after making the catch. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Tar Heels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, UNC! And the stomping has commenced.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On second down, he'll fire. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys
looking for the end zone. Tar Heels, and the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Good enough for a first down.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He'll try to take it back. Past the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's open on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.